China, a so-called atheist state, is desperate to have a say in religious matters, especially when it comes to deciding the successor of the 14th Dalai Lama. Earlier this week, the Tibetan spiritual leader snubbed China by saying he'll have a successor, but the sole authority to recognize future reincarnation lies with the Gaden Phodrang Trust, which is the office of the Dalai Lama. Nobody else has any right to interfere, he said. 2 days later, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju, himself a practicing Buddhist, was asked about the succession issue. And speaking as a devotee of the Dalai Lama, he said followers of the spiritual leader the world over want His Holiness to set the road ahead. That was something China could not digest. Quite evident from what the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson told a press conference.
We hope that the Indian side will fully understand the highly sensitive nature of Tibet-related issues, recognize the anti-China separatist nature of the 14th Dalai Lama, abide by its commitments on the Tibet-related issue, be prudent in its words and actions, and stop interfering in China's internal affairs through the use of the Tibet-related issue, so as to avoid affecting the improvement and development of Sino-Indian relations.
Now, the Sikyong, who heads the Tibetan Government In-Exile, has come out strongly in support of Kiren Rijiju, saying he has more right than the Chinese Communist Party to talk about the issue.
He himself comes from Tawang. He himself is a Buddhist, and he has every right to speak as a Buddhist, as a follower of His Holiness regarding His Holiness reincarnation. I think he has more right than the Communist Chinese government to speak about, because he is a follower of His Holiness. Even though he is not from Tibet, he comes from India. I think followers' views are more important than the government, who does not believe in any religion.
The Sikyong also said that though back-channel talks with the Chinese government on greater autonomy for Tibet will continue, he isn't too hopeful.
If you look at the policies of the Chinese government under President Xi Jinping, there seems to be no space for any negotiation whatsoever, no common sense, unfortunately. So if there is no space, then it doesn't make too much sense to put too much effort into it. But we still keep the back channels going to send messages here and there, but nothing of consequence.